Habits cut both ways. They can drive us forward or they can tear us down. The difference is what habits we choose to keep and what we choose to let go. So in that spirit, let me share with you 12 toxic money and life habits that you must stop today if you want to not only find success in life, but live a more fulfilled life. And hi, if you're new to the channel, my name is Tay from Financial Tortoise, where we learn to grow our wealth slow and steady. The number one toxic life and money habit that you must stop today. Stop blindly imitating those around us. When we're young, it is natural to imitate and mimic those around us. We look to our parents and try to follow their footsteps with everything. How they talk, how they dress, and what they eat. We look to our friends and see what they do in new social settings before saying or doing anything. And when it comes to our hair, we look at YouTubers with the most amazing hairline on the internet and try to imitate their hairstyle. However, the truth is that while imitation has a time and a place, with time, we must find our own pathway. Just because both our parents were engineers doesn't mean we have to become one. We can take their lessons learned from their careers, but their lives aren't our lives. Just because all our friends love to spend money on fancy cars doesn't mean we need to as well. Your money values are different, and you might value completely different things when it comes to spending. And just because Tay has the most amazing hairline on the internet doesn't mean you need to strive to have one as well. And I'm sorry, but I have to be very honest with you. There's only one spot on the internet for this amazing hair. Bottom line, if you feel like you're spending too much time blindly imitating those around you, I recommend you spend some time for self-reflection. Ask yourself, what is it that you truly want? What do you value? What excites you? What kind of life do you want to live? Not the life that someone else wants you to live, but truly the life that you want to live. The number 2 toxic life and money habit that you must stop today. Stop believing that you can't. Others can chart their own pathway because they're smart and confident, but I can't. I just don't have the brains or the ability. I have always been this way. Well, I'm here to tell you that you can. This idea that I can't is one of the most common negative habits I hear when I talk to people about money. I don't think I know enough to manage my money well. I just don't know enough about investing to manage my own portfolio. This is why I need someone smarter than me to do all this money thing for me. Because I can't. Well, let me tell you, if a stumbling fool like me can learn to manage his own money, you can too. Do not allow yourself to believe that you can't. You can. Because when we allow ourselves to believe that we can't manage our own money, this fuels the financial industry to continue to sell us useless financial advice and products that make tons of money for them, but not for us. Money is like any other skill that we can learn. I'm sure we can all remember when we first tried to learn how to ride a bicycle. It was hard. However, with practice, we were all able to learn, right? It is the same way when it comes to learning how to manage our money. Yes, the first time we tried to track our expenses, it felt excruciating. The first time we logged into our investment account, it felt overwhelming. The first time we tried to understand the different investment options out there, we felt like we wanted to pull our hair out. However, I guarantee you, the more you do it and the more practice you get, you will get better with money. So stop believing that you can't. I believe you can. Which leads to the next toxic habit. The number 3 toxic life and money habit that you must stop today. Stop living in fear. Fear drives many of us to make detrimental money mistakes. Fear drives us to turn over all of our money to expensive financial advisors, believing and hoping they'll take care of our money for us better than we can. Fear drives us to buy into risky investments that promise 5-time return for our money in 6 months, or the other way around. Fear drives us to keep all our money in low interest, safe savings account, not giving our money the chance to appreciate through the power of the stock market. Fear? Healthy fear has a time and a place. When entering a dark alleyway, fear keeps us focused and sharp. It keeps us out of true danger. However, when we live in perpetual fear, this is not a healthy place to be at. Not only does it drive us to make unwise decisions, we spend our whole lives under stress and anxiety because we are always worried. What if the stock market crashes and I lose all my money? What if this new business venture fails? What if I lose all my hair? What if? And we never take action. We don't take healthy risks. We don't live life. Use fear to keep us alert and focused, but be careful not to let it completely consume your life. In talking about fear, do you know what helps us to mitigate fear? Knowledge. Which is why I highly recommend you check out Shortform, who I'm partnering with for today's video. Shortform is a platform that produces one of the best high-quality guides to nonfiction books. They have thousands of books within multiple categories like money and finance, self-improvement, and business. I especially like how their guides not only cover the book's key ideas, but include additional commentary, as well as other related book recommendations. Shortform is also constantly expanding their library by dropping new book guides and articles every week, and subscribers like you and I even get to vote on which books they should cover next. If you want to expand your knowledge, if you want to get deeper insights about some of your favorite books, Shortform is the perfect companion. So join through my special link, shortform.com/takekim today, and get a free trial of unlimited access to Shortform, plus an additional 20% discount on annual subscription. It's not only a great way to learn more and expand your knowledge, but a great way to support this channel as well when you use my link. Alright, with that said, let's get back to the video. The number 4 toxic life and money habit that you must stop today. In the line of fear, stop dwelling on things that you cannot control. Many of us allow ourselves to get paralyzed by fear because we spend so much of our energy dwelling on things that are out of our control. There are so many things that are out of our control. We can't control how our kids will respond to a new school year and a new teacher. We can't control how our boss will feel tomorrow. We can't control how the stock market will perform the next year. And often, we can't help ourselves but spend our precious waking hours thinking and worrying about them. But no amount of worrying and thinking about them will do anything to change the outcome. So I say, save your precious energy. Focus on things that are truly within your control. How you will respond to a new day. How you will tackle your work. How much you'll contribute to a 401k balance this month. When you focus on things that are within your control rather than things that are not, you'll feel more empowered and energized to take on the day. The number 5 toxic and life money habit that you must stop today. In the line of not living in fear and not dwelling on things you cannot change, stop avoiding change. Many of us get caught up in the fear cycle because we fear change. The changing economy, the changing job market, the changing family dynamics. Our kids are growing up so fast. What do I do when they enter school or become teenagers? Well, just as always living in fear and dwelling on things we can't change are not healthy, to avoid change, to fear change is not healthy. Change is a natural part of life. We're not the same person that we were 10 years ago or even 5 years ago. Just as insects and vegetation around us are constantly changing through different life cycles and seasons, we are changing as well. So don't avoid change. Change is a good thing. We don't want to be the same person that we were 5 years ago because we want to continually grow and mature. I don't want to be the same husband to my wife that I was 10 years ago. That Tay was very immature, emotional, and insecure. I want to become a better version of myself, for my wife and for my kids, today and in the future. So recognize that the world is constantly changing, that change is a natural part of life, and thus we should embrace change, not avoid it. A quick reminder, if you're enjoying this video and would like a summary of everything I'm covering here, please go to the link I'll have in the description below to grab your free one-page PDF. Whenever I hear good information, I want a way to capture them so I don't forget them. Well, if you think the same way that I do, no worries. I've done the work for you. I made this free PDF so you don't forget all the invaluable lessons I'm sharing in this video. So make sure to go to the link I'll have in the description below to grab your free copy. Alright, with that said, let's get back to the video. The number 6 toxic life and money habit that you must stop today. Stop dismissing your achievements. You have achieved so much in your life. If you're getting up every morning, taking on responsibilities, and doing them to completion, bravo to you, my friend. That is something to celebrate, not to dismiss. However, I know of too many people who are always focused on what they haven't yet achieved, instead of celebrating what they have already accomplished. I haven't saved enough for retirement. I'm not spending enough time with the family. I haven't achieved all my life goals yet, and I'm 35 years old already. Well, let me tell you, if you allow yourself, you'll always feel like you've never achieved enough in your life. Never done enough. But that is just perspective. Our view of our life and the world starts from our mind. What do we choose to focus on? On what we've been able to achieve and being thankful and grateful? Or what we haven't been able to achieve and being anxious and stressed? I personally prefer the former. The number 7 toxic life and money habit that you must stop today. In the line of stop dismissing your amazing achievements, stop overlooking what you have. It is so easy to focus on what we don't have than being thankful for what we already do. You look at your neighbor's driveway and see a brand new Audi and fantasize about a new car, forgetting that you already own a vehicle. Not as new and not as sexy, but still very reliable. You hear about your friend's promotion and become immediately envious, forgetting that you already got your promotion last year, an amazing promotion that everyone else was envious of. You watch a YouTube video about an epic vacation to the Greek islands, forgetting that you had just come back from an amazing vacation with the family where you were able to connect and build lasting memories. Human nature is funny that way. We're like a goldfish with very short-term memory. It is so natural to overlook what we already have and be envious of what others have. But I'm sure you know this from personal experience and you know that it's not a healthy place to be at. You're always wanting more and more, never fully satisfied. So practice gratitude for what you already have. Stop overlooking what you already have and own. Acknowledging the good that you already have in your life is the foundation for all abundance. The number 8 toxic life and money habit that you must stop today. Stop putting up with negative people. We won't call out any names, but we all know of people within our lives that love to create drama, that complains about everything, that loves to swim in the pool of negativity. Well, let me be upfront with you. You don't need to put up with them. It's easy to feel like we have an obligation to all people within our lives, especially if they're people that are close to us, friends that we grew up with, coworkers that we see every day, the relative that lives down the street. We feel we need to listen to them complain about their problems, or worse yet, make it our own. However, you're only responsible to that individual, not for them. You're responsible for how you behave towards them. to be polite and respectful, but that doesn't mean you need to take on their negativity as your own. So if you have spent too much of your energy putting up with negative people, stop today. The number 8 toxic life and money habit that you must stop today. In the line of stop putting up with negative people, stop trying to please others. We're all social beings, so it is very natural to seek social approval. I mean, who doesn't want to be accepted and liked? We all do. To a moderate level, this is normal and good. It develops social awareness and empathy. However, the issue is when we take it to the extreme, to live our lives solely focused on pleasing and satisfying others, for ultimate social approval. We only do things so we can be liked, accepted, and acknowledged. We're constantly asking, will this person like it if I did this? Oh no, what if they don't like it? What if they aren't pleased? What if they don't like me? And what happens is that you don't give enough attention to the most important person in your life, yourself. So be polite, be kind, and then be accepting to others. But most importantly, be polite, kind, and accepting to yourself. Give room to make yourself a priority in your life. The number 9 toxic life and money habit that you must stop today. Stop losing track of your goals. This is likely to happen if you spend too much of your time trying to please everyone else instead of yourself. I personally love goals. I love writing them down. I love fantasizing about what new goals I can achieve in the future. I truly believe in the power of having goals and having it prominent in the front of our face at all times. They are a powerful motivator and keep us focused during the chaos of our lives. However, it is very easy to lose track of our goals, especially when there's so much going on in our lives. Work projects need to be completed, kids need to get ready for school, family gatherings are right around the corner. But do your best not to lose track of your goals. The only person that will care about your goals is you. So you must fight to keep them visible in your life. What I personally like to do is write it in a prominent place at home. A big whiteboard is great, so I can see it all the time. Seeing it often helps me to internalize it and take action towards it. And before you know it, you've achieved your goals and you're on to your next goal. The number 11 toxic life and money habit that you must stop today. Stop living in the past. It is so easy to think about what could have been. Only if I had. I should have taken that job. Why was I such a fool? Well, you know what that does for you today? Absolutely nothing. It is good to reflect on the past so we don't repeat the same mistakes. But to live in the past does nothing for us today. Time is one of the most precious resources we have on planet Earth. Time is ticking by as we speak, and we will never get it back. So don't waste that precious time living in the past. Number 12 toxic life and money habit that you must stop today. On the other end of the spectrum, stop living in the future. We're always saying one day. One day when I have enough money, I can do all the things that I want. Then I'll be finally happy. But do you know what I would say to this? Yes, it is important to plan for the future. But don't be so focused on the future that you forget to live today. My Latin teacher in high school would always end the class with this saying, Carpe diem. Carpe diem translates to seize the day. Essentially, make the best of today. We don't know what tomorrow will hold. Hopefully, a better future. However, tomorrow is not certain. So while you should plan for the future, don't live only for the future. Live today. Embrace your loved ones. Do the best that you can at everything and seize the day. Thank you guys for watching. The line of seizing the day and making the best of the present. Please check out my video on things you should not skimp on here. Until next time, all the best.